Sorry. I muted so that I wouldn't actually accidentally curse at you all as I was yelling at my system. Yeah, you're not wrong, Abrupt. Thundering Spineback seems exciting, but we just want Bronte, especially with our threes. We can. I did pick up this Godless Shrine in case we want to go for the Night of Autumn. Pretty easy Brontodon here, though. Maybe Gateway does something. No, we just want Bronte. My internet is being really flaky today. I don't know what's going on, but if it persists too much, I'm gonna call it. And I actually have a new box that I've been meaning to install. I think my stream suffering, I think this is the third crash that I've experienced. Like, you didn't see the one. I had some trouble before I even started on the air today. So I'm having internet issues, and I'm going to try to ride this one out and try to fix it this weekend. Dryad, interesting. Trollbred, beefy. Pollen Bright fits on the curve. Slice and Twain, good answers to nasty stuff, but we do have Brontodon doing that now. I don't know if any of these are actually making the deck as it sits. Maybe Trollbred. We're probably not playing this. Probably not doing Golos at this point. So maybe there is room for a Trollbred. Not playing this. Not playing this. This isn't a 2 realistically. Throw this over here. I don't think we're near the Golos. It's too late to do Golos. I'm going to take Trollbred. I mean, that Dryad doesn't even fix our mana. Like, if it fixed, I would consider it, but it doesn't fix. I'm going to take Temple here. Oh, Ripjaw, though. Boy, we're stacked on awesome 4s, but Ripjaw is certainly one of them. No sideboards. Best of one, best of one, best of one, best of one, best of one. Hey, we're playing best of one, everybody. It's best of one today. Best of one time on Going Optimal. I could pull this one, but I'm actually convinced we should just take the land. Dryad doesn't do any, like, if I have nothing but green mana and I play a Dryad, I continue to have green mana, right? Maybe I misread it. It's possible I misread it. I thought it only tapped to, I just thought it lets you play extra lands each turn. Oh no, it lets you tap for anything? Okay, that's then, okay. I just forgot, I misread it then. Yeah, it would have been, we could have done it. Would you want to do a 2-card combo of those two? Maybe that would have been worth it. But I like a Beanstalk Giant or a... Yeah, we got to move on now. Galta versus Beanstalk Giant versus Goose. Might just want the Goose. Yeah, sorry, I did misread the Dryad. That was my bad. But it is gone now. Let me, with... Yeah, I'm not going to pull this one. Yeah, we just already have this. I said I was going to be hard-pressed to pass ramp, and I am. I'm going to take the Goose. Always tempting to take the million creature, but that's not where we're at. Tokens. Are we doing anything with tokens to make that good? Nah, so we just take the Triton. as another 2-drop option. Looks pretty good too. I think we're just cutting our white. We're not going to do any splashing. Oh, champion plus goose is fair. That's right. It does work with non-creature tokens. Still, I like having the early Death Toucher. That's all right. No, it was in it was in the pack it was supposed to be. Yeah, we're gonna build our deck here and then go to arena. Don't worry. 30, 29, 76, 24. You need like 6 cuts out of this? Yikes. Chaos Wand is the other 3-mana wand in this cube. This one, a little less interesting main deck. And I'm just going to take the Bleeding Edge. We could take the Scavenger, but it's just whatever. We're plenty good at 3 on creatures. Let's take Interaction. Might not even run this. We got Interaction big time at 3 now with the wand. I don't think we're running Zhang. I don't think we're running Sap Herd. We're not running IGI. But then it does start to get tricky. See, this is where I think I'm probably just not running Trollbred. Like, we just have that job filled incredibly. Maybe we're running the Champ or the Devastation 27, 26. Yeah, still got a couple more cuts somehow, some way here. Yeah, thanks, Sir Elgar. Almost missed another one. Do we want Loaming Shaman? Probably not. I'll just take Recollect, but we're not going to play any of this. Any reason to take a Temple? Are we going to play a half scry land and we have no red? So I guess we just take the Deeproot Champ, but this is more annoying. I'm not playing this, and this is kind of annoying to us, so I'm going to take that. And we found a Spine back that we can consider. Orange is the new red. Still get the Slice and Twain. Probably not running it since we have a main deck Brontodon that's more in line with what we're trying to accomplish. Last pick Plots is nothing to do with us here. All right, so now 28, 27, 65, 24, 23. We kind of want to cut 3 or 4 from this. We do have Goose and Willow Haven on the ramp, but that's not enough. So I think I want to do 17 land here. And then we got to figure out what the heck we're doing. Were we bothering with the Spine back? Other dinos get +1/+1. What other dinos are we doing in this deck? We do have I think we have Brontodon. Didn't we have one more? I thought we had another dino, but maybe I'm making it up. All right, with no other dinos, let's just get rid of our Spine back. 26, 23. So we need to cut 3. Oh yeah, Hoarder. Sorry, I missed that one. That is an easy cut. I like that and that. 25. So 1 or 2 more cuts. Probably 2. We do have, let's see, this is some get back stuff. Just like stuff we could possibly cut. Maybe we just give up on the Goreclaw and not worry about it as like, I don't think it matters too much if we're not even trying to power out particularly huge stuff. I'm kind of talking myself out of the Goreclaw here. What do you think? It does count the dual land, so we're looking, that's why I'm looking. I think we cut the Goreclaw. It does give trample. Maybe I should read my cards, but they're small on the screen. Maybe it's good enough. I don't know. We could cut a Chimera. Can we cut any of these? I don't think we can cut any of these then if we're doing that. So can we cut any of these? You cut a finale? Chimera. Well, I can do this, but then it's not good for you guys. I can read it now. Return target creature or land card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. You gain 6 life. All right. For reals now, what are we doing? We could just run this. All right, I'm going to be greedy and run this. We have Goose and Wolf Willowhaven as our 17th and 18th mana sources, and they're both 2 mana or less. So I'm going to be greedy. We could cut the Mire Triton too, I suppose. Would that be better? I don't want to run out of early stuff too, though. Is there a better 2? Maybe the Direfleet Hoarder is what we want in over the Triton. I think I'm actually going to do this. The Hoarder seems like a good cut, but if I'm going to shave land, maybe it's Hoarder or 17th land. But it does produce a mana token. I'll do one final poll here on... no, I'm not going to do a poll. I'm going to start it like this, and then we'll make our decisions. 8-7 with the temple looks good. Yeah, Tender Shoot we're never cutting. It wins games on its own. You can drop a Tender Shoot and just win if they don't answer it. That's super powerful. Oh, look, my connection was lost. How did that happen? Oh, I was eye rolling. Of course, I know how that happened. My internet is all effed up. So, yeah, we'll take a look at land here, Elgar. This is chat Gauntlet 410. And this is going to be more around here. Suggestion to go heavier on green, but keep in mind we have a 9-8 split already, so you'd be talking about going 10-7. Do we want to go 10-7 when we have stuff we want to do on 2? I'm going to say no, and we're going to say 9-8 is good enough here. Did you have the lands? Were you going Mirage? I think Tron had the lands. I'm going to assume so here. And don't know if anybody claimed anything else. If not, I'm going to leave it like this. And we're going to call this, we call it Chat Gauntlet. Boring name, but there you go. Let's come up with a better name for this deck. Let's name this deck. That's boring. We try to not be boring around here. Don't always succeed. It's kind of like, yeah, let's use our pun that made one of our friends here facepalm and just call it Oxidization, and we'll put the wand on the box. I'll call it Oxidize. That's a little simpler. Oops, I also need to be able to spell Oxidize. Is that right? Fiddles, what do you want on the box? Oxbox. Well, gotcha. We're there. All right, I like it, and I am going to challenge. Is Nantuko ready? Someone check his stream and let me know if Nantuko's ready, and I'll challenge, or I'll throw him a challenge, and when he's ready, he can accept it, and in the meantime, I will just talk. All right, Nantuko has challenged. Let us do this thing. Mama, you're funny. I'll only do it if my hair needs it. Does my hair need a fix? Waiting for Nantuko, maybe having some problem over there? All right, there he is. And you're already keeping a man, Mama. All right. Hoarder is a fine first play. It's like the worst card in our deck. It's literally our 23rd card, but it's here doing the thing I want it to do, which is show up on turn 2 and potentially let us ramp out to something. I was blessed with some lucky hair, I'll say that. A lot of my age peers are deciding how to make the best of their male pattern baldness, and I've managed to keep most of my hair to almost 50, so I'll take it. People think I look young for my age, and I'm pretty sure it's just because my hair is acting young. You throw male pattern baldness on me, and I'd look exactly like the 48-year-old you expect, I think. All right, I was gonna go Hoarder, but Booter actually blocks the initiate and hopefully disrupts their start. His start. This is Nantuko. I can call him by his pronoun. Woof. Good news is, I think Massacre Girl is going to be pretty excellent here. We're going to let Nantuko set himself up to get wasted by this Massacre Girl. That's my plan. And to that end, I'm going to just Willow Haven onto a swamp here. And I'm going to go ahead and play the Hoarder so that when we do Massacre everything, we get a token out of it. And then that's fine. We can attack, and it does give attacks to... It gives an attack to the initiate, but Celebrant has an attack anyway. I'm going to stay back. High five, Tron. Lucky genetics, huh? Yeah, my older brother has... He's not like bald. He's not like Ned from Groundhog Day bald, but he's losing his hair more than me. Genetics is weird, says the parent. No kidding, right? I've described... Boy, you have 2 or more kids. You understand what a crapshoot the gene pool really is. I mean, you can always tell, oh, that, you know, they have this characteristic, that characteristic, reminds me of dad, reminds me of mom, or whatever. But I describe it as a D&D campaign. You have kids, you are rolling the dice and seeing what characters you're gonna travel with for a while. I mean, there's a lot of nurture as well. I'm fascinated by that stuff. My dad is an anthropologist, and the fact that we can change so much based on who raises us, yet the fact that we are going to be so unchanged no matter who raises us, and that kind of contradiction fascinate me and I find very interesting. Anyway, we're going to go bottom the land. Yeah, do you want to massacre with Shepherd? Is that something we want to do? I mean, because Shepherd will die too. But it also certainly tells Nantuko that the coast is clear. I kind of just like, yeah, Nightmare After, though. I'm gonna give Nantuko one more chance to overcommit at least. Oh, my daughter and my son could not be more different, Mama. It's hilarious. It's like, where did you two come from? Because kind of raised you with the same philosophy, and they couldn't be more wildly different about a lot of things, you know? I'm just gonna take, but it somewhat telegraphs. I'm a little worried. Yeah, we could try. Yeah, Buckeye has a good point. Like, we should be trying to show that we're trying to do something here, right? So I do like this. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna try and trade here. Yeah, double block on Krenko is a great call. It says we're trying to do something. It gives Nantuko a chance to try and get us and kill something for a 2-for-1. But if he can do it cheaply and still put something else on the board, then we get to a nice Massacre Girl wipe coming up. So the saddest part about that is that the play does not allow Nantuko to then follow with a creature. Let's see, would Multani survive Massacre? If we found a land, we go to 6. Now, even Multani wouldn't survive. We could play him as I'm not going to mess around. I mean, I would like to get these two as well, but if Nantuko has any sense, he's not going to commit anything more to the board. With our side empty and Krenko coming in, it would be ridiculous to not play to. I know Multani returns, so there is that. I mean, we can buy back Multani, but it's a bunch of wheel spinning. I guess if it makes him commit more to the board, it's worth it, though. Is that all right? The thing is, we can't do nothing, right? It's slow, but we can't do nothing. So we're either massacring now, but I'll do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I am going to do it because this does force Nantuko to either try and answer Multani or to put more on the board to get wide around Multani. Boy, Nantuko is taking forever. What's he doing? Ideal turn here would be 2 creatures. But really, I want to get this Pestilent Spirit, so I kind of hope Nantuko drops the Spirit. Murder Most Foul. All right, well, now we're going to take a big smack, and we have to use the Massacre Girl. But it'll be our 4/4 to his nothing, at least. And we can even do both here. No, sorry, I thought we had not eight mana of spells here, but not, we have 9. So we'll do Massacre Girl and boom, 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 boom. Worked out. And we can bring Multani back. So let's do that. Actually, we can do that in a turn, right? We can do it in response. Hold on. Yeah, that's instant speed, so we'll just wait on that. Yeah, good call. We'll bounce the Scry land and get a new Scry. We still get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to replay Multani, because we'll bounce this and a Scry. Well, another creature gets a 1/1. So if they can do this, if he can do this 2 times, we're okay. If he does this 3 times, which he can't, 1, 2, 3, then this could get too big for us to deal with. Multani has reach, though, so we can block it pretty indefinitely, you're right. I have not played any Arena Sealed. I have drafted the Arena Cube using the same tool that we're using here, but I have not paid Wizards to have the pleasure of Sealed deck. Hello, Acolyte. But let's go Multani here. And I could attack first, but I don't care. It is what it is. They can block or not. Yeah, I think they're going to learn a lesson on the pricing there. I think a lot of people are pretty unhappy with the pricing of the cube and just the steepness of the payouts. I mean, they're trying to make it flat so that everybody gets a little something back, but when you don't make the top prize something that's at least more than you bought in for, it just feels incredibly bad. So, for example, let's say the prize structure, you know, people are saying, you can't even win what you paid to get in, right? Well, if 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wins were all your buy-in back, we would think it's the greatest prize pool ever. So at the end of the day, it's still about EV and not just literally about the ability to come out ahead. But it's really weird to offer a buy-in, compete, get a payout, and have that payout not possibly be better than what you bought in for. I don't know what they're thinking with that structure. Well, we're gonna put this to the test here, and I don't know what this other card is, but I'm gonna block the flyer. This is the one that could get out of hand anyway. And yeah, so it's just creatures, so it's not, he doesn't even have the mana to do it 3 times anyway. Ooh, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do this for 5. Shoot. I don't have my untapped GG isn't producing the deck list. I think maybe the last thing I did was a No, I can go... trying to remember what's in my deck at 5. And I'm going to go to my screenshots. Because I know I took a screen of this deck, right? Tendershoot's a good call. Tendershoot would activate immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so Tendershoot seems great. Yep, and that's the other thing. We can just bring out Nightmare Shepherd so that Massacre Girl dies, triggers, and kills everything. Yeah, Ambusher is good too. I'm just going to go with Tendershoot. That card's busted. Yeah, we'll keep that, sure. And I'm going to keep back Massacre Girl to block with a Tendershoot Dryad to possibly kill everything. This has Death Touch. We can still offer it. If you would like to trade Pestilent Spirit from Multani here, I'm fine with that. Right? We get it back, and we're probably going to try and Massacre Girl everything anyway. Yeah, I know it has Menace, but if they want to block, they can. And we're going to make blockers of our own on the Tendershoot. So a little risky at 5 life, I acknowledge, but we get... they can't, if they want to attack into the Massacre Girl, we can wipe the board. And Acolyte just gets back Tendershoot to keep winning. Did I break his heart true? Did I shatter his dreams? Did he groan and moan? I hope so, because I sure would have. I also like this attack with everything. I mean, we are at 5, and this does put some tough blocks on us, but we're gonna go for it. And if everything's going to die, we should just prevent that as well, right? Oh, I didn't have the Shepherd out to do any of the tricks, but this is still good. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like all thinking that I had a Nightmare Shepherd combo out, but we didn't even have the combo out, so... Still, that was kind of a necessary block, and with the Acolyte, I'm feeling good anyway. So... Normally chat's got my back with when I'm being that boneheaded, but I still like the result here. We're in a good spot. Oof, sorry, Fluffy. Those are the kinds of weeks you have where you're like, why do I play this stupid game? Sorry, ouch. No problem, Hannah. We'll see you. Oh, great Dead Revels for Nantuko here. And this Eldest Reborn being a little bit crappy, actually, because of the Dusk Zealot. So we could just go Acolyte. I guess we go Acolyte, and then we can block with Multani and Acolyte and get Multani back naturally, and then get this Pestilent Spirit off the board again. Yeah, haste in hand is a good point as well. We can't get anything back. I guess we could get back one of these and cast it. We get, like, the Hoarder back, and that would not be the worst. Oh, yeah, no, Abrupt is not cheating on our behalf. No, no, no. So let's go Acolyte and then see what we can find for it. And if nothing else, we get one of those. We get the Pirate 2-drop and get some extra blockers. Ooh, Spawn is nice, but we're going to go Hoarder here. Are we? We could also get Massacre Girl back and survive a turn. We got Eldest Reborn too. I'm going to keep getting the stuff I can play right now. I think the mistake I don't want to make is getting a little bit cute right here and losing when we could stabilize. So no first strike on Lannery. So as big as Lannery gets, we can throw the Hoarder on blocks and be okay there. Crater Maker can get our Hoarder, but that's okay. I am willing to block with Multani and Acolyte here. Bring Spawn back, get the Zealot gone, then Reborn, get something real. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying, Robert, right? Like, I could do some greedy plays with the Acolyte and get back some much more powerful cards, like a Massacre Girl or a Tendershoot Dryad, but I decided on the Hoarder just because I want to make sure I survive this turn. And we can get back other stuff, something else with the Reborn later. Probably have this die, get this back with the Reborn, and get back something else even. Yes. What would we have to? Yeah, if Nantuko goes Crater Maker, kill Hoarder, cast Lannery, attack, we have to take the Pestilent Spirit attack and put the bodies on everything else. But then again, I like our position. I mean, we're at 1 life, so I guess I don't love our position against red. But as far as you can be, but at 1 life against red, I would like our position. I'm sure this is along the lines of what Nantuko is puzzling through right now. Deciding whether to get us to 1. Probably depends a lot on what else is going on in his deck. He could also just drop a Murderous Rider here and set up potentially for a turn, next turn, where with 4 creatures on board and a 5th with haste in hand, that 5 is enough to get us. And looks like that's what he is concluding. Yeah, I hadn't even looked at the Crackback Abrupt, since it's that decision is somewhat Nantuko's pain and not mine. What do we want to draw? We now have 8 mana. It would be nice if we found land, we could at least go Eldest Nightmare and have 2 creatures off the board. Of course, one would just be the Zealot, but in this case, he's asking for both of these creatures. If we say yes, we are agreeing to go to 2 next turn, basically, because we go, let's say we block, we lose both of these, we untap, if we find land, we shepherd and reborn. If we find action, hopefully it's action that allows us to shepherd and action. If we go to 1 here, what are our chances next turn? If we go to 1, then we're looking at 4, yeah. We have to do it. I don't think we can go to 1 here or we're in deep, deep trouble. And it kind of puts us in a spot where we need to top deck here, or we could continue to be in trouble. There are some draws that just lose us the game here, I think. And I can't really even Multani here. We got to get him later. I have enough to spawn, so that's one of our outs. But again, you know, we are going to face this on the haste, but maybe that's okay. But let's start with a draw. All right, because so now we have the spawn, but we could also reborn Shepherd here, and also have good blocks, and start the reborn going, which I like. The other option is, of course, spawn, which we still may be dead to any one removal. I'm going to go with reborn and Shepherd here. If we can survive the next turn, we get to bring back Spawn out of the yard, and then Multani, and then hopefully we recover. Yeah, we can't really protect against removal draw. If Nantuko finds the removal, we're just dead, and we'll tip the cap. But we'll try and stabilize in the meantime. If this was like a 4-mana spell, it's, well, no, 4 mana, they still have it. So probably we're not going to get anything out of their hand. I imagine that if this is a land or a spell in an aggro red-black deck, they're going to be able to get both of these down this turn. But looks like he's thinking through his options before committing. I should try that sometime. The overall record? Well, for that, you're going to have to look at my spreadsheet. Somebody go look at what my overall record against chat is and share it with chat. Oh, for today? Well, this is our first game. 0-0 today. In fact, sorry, let's get this format stuff right. My data is all wrong. 0-0. And I guess we take we gotta take Lannery, or else he just gets to win. That's what he was agonizing over. Do I play the Immortal Sun or not? Nice pickup for us there. Here we're just gonna bring back Spawn and hope it's enough. Let's see. We can get a lot of stuff back out of here. Can't get sorceries back easily, so I'm trying to get rid of those, I guess. I don't think we need a freeboot ever again this game. Okay, thanks, Buckeye. Glad you all worked that out. Yeah, we can also bring back Miltani and redeploy the temple. We'll do that here. Still nervous. 2 life against a red deck does not mean we have this. We have stabilized, but we do not have this. Just so, just so. Oh my goodness.
Until someone gets hurt. Let's dance. Oh, they're so cute.
Let's see. Do we have anything sweet that can just like win us the game? Tender helps us go wide, but understand that the devil, we cannot gain life and the devils die and do the face. So we got to... Yeah, killing the planeswalker is what we need to do, right? So we need to kill this planeswalker right now. And that would work either by killing this devil and attacking the planeswalker, or... so that's what I want to do. Let's look at our options now. So we need to kill the token. Lannery also gets it done. But in that case, they could just... they could take it, let Tibalt die, and send the devil back. So I like the... Crater Maker angle, or just something to reach out and kill. Yeah, we could bring Massacre Girl back. And that's bigger. Yeah, let's do Massacre Girl. It does the same thing, but is a bigger thing for our side. Massacre Girl is like an upgraded Crater Maker for our purposes here. Barely get Tibalt, but we do get him. Now can we win? Look, it's been a great game, Nantugo, but just draw a piece of land. Okay, just draw a land and scoop it up, buddy. Please. Trying to save my hair here, friend. We got some trample, though, so I think we got the game here. Unless they draw something very specific. Whew! We got there. All right. Now, mama. We're safe. Oh my goodness. Go give I gotta give Nantugo a GG. That was awesome. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna say GG to Nantugo, then figure out my next. Oh, I'm glad he didn't. And let me see who's next for me. Hannah's out, so it's going to be Buckeye, right? That's what I heard? All right. 40 card, best of one. Buckeye and Hannah trying to combine to take me out here. Love it. Let's keep this. And we'll start on Green Seeker, try to get value out of the greenie. Head towards Tender Shoot. I see. I see. Getting tricksy. Well, I'm going to do this here. Probably go Temple Dire next turn, depending on draw. Wand. We don't need the wand right now. We'll go. We'll do exactly as suggested. We'll drop this. Brontodon. If we keep it, we know we're missing on Green Seeker. But it's quite a good, seems like a good card against red, dropping a big butt like that. But it's also between us and 5th land for Tender Shoot. Interesting decision. I'm going to keep it. I think it's a powerful enough card at this point in the game that we should just take it. Means that Green Seeker's not going to get a land, so let's just attack. Grummy Grum Grum Grum. I think we maybe turn that into an Ox. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want it making any... I suppose I could have done it on their turn, then it couldn't attack. I was a little hasty, but we have a Green Seeker that can block it anyway. That's why I didn't care. But may as well have made this a summoning sick Ox. No sense giving it the ability to attack. There's the Ripjaw Raptor we passed in a disciplined pick to take this temple. But we'll probably just turn it into an Ox. Oh, is it sorcery speed? Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't wait then. I should read my cards. Someday I'm going to start reading cards, folks. Someday. Oh, and I missed the Green Seeker activation. Wouldn't have found anything, but oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? Getting distracted here. Now that my hair is protected, I guess I've just completely abandoned caring about the game or something. But let's go... Let's turn this Raptor into an Ox and drop Bronte. And we didn't... I guess I should have done this first anyway, because we haven't played a land this turn. Pelt Collector. Destroys the creature. Still no land, so let's go ahead and look for one. Nah. If we play Acolyte, we mill the Massacre Girl. I'm thinking we're going to want to Massacre against, again, this base red deck. So I'm going to hold off on that, and hold off on the Pelt Collector even. Maybe we just hold off on everything here. And hope that Bronte is enough. That's true. We could send in the Hoarder, try to make another mana, and play the Dryad. Against red, I just figured the Dryad's going to die. Yeah, we could even draw the girl. That's a fair point. We know we're going to get the Massacre Girl on the draw. The trouble is, if we play Acolyte, they know about the Massacre Girl, and Buckeye can avoid playing into it. So yeah, I'm going to say no attacks, and I'm not going to play anything, and we're going to try and block with it. I don't think you're right, True. I think knowing about it, like, prevents him from playing Wildborn Preserver, for example, you know? And we'll see how much he adds to the Preserver here. Maybe maybe Preserver becomes a 5/5. And the nice thing here is, well, yeah, I'm going to chump with the Hoarder. And then we get everything. Yeah, that's just what we're going to do. But we'll look for a land first. Cool. Now we don't even have to use the treasure. But we are certainly going to massacre some stuff. Do we attack with the Brontodon first? What happens if we do? I don't want any combination of trades to happen where the Massacre Girl doesn't get everything, so I'm not even worried about it. I'm just going to massacre and let Garfield sort it out. And we can even play a Pelt Collector if we want to give up our treasure. And it does allow the Collector to attack next turn as a 2/2 when we cast our Dryad or Lamia, so I'm going to do it. What else are we waiting for? It dies? To what? What'd I miss? It does die, but not the way we thought about there. Yeah, now I like Tender Shoot and basically Tender Shoot's gonna put a lot of pressure on Oppo right now to find an immediate answer. Then we have Acolyte to get Tender Shoot back, and if Tender Shoot can survive a couple of turns around the yard here, we should be in great shape. It looks like it's surviving the first one, so I feel like we're going to be fine here. Bleeding Edge even lets us do something about the Wojek. Let's just Ranger it up, though. Yeah, I think we just want all the interaction we can get here. That seems fine. And we'll offer 3/3s almost endlessly, and if they want to trade for the Massacre Girl, that's cool too. We can get it back and threaten more massacring. Frenzy, amazing red card, especially good when you're playing a bunch of lowdown stuff. Maybe not quite as great in the cube situation where you're playing a lot of stuff that's more than a couple mana, but still excellent. Still excellent. However, we're going to... Let's see. We can offer on... maybe I'll just attack first, and we'll decide about offering and other stuff after we see how Appa wants to block. Probably putting Bodyguard on the Ranger. Yeah, that looks about right to me. But I'm good with all of this. I'm willing to trade Ranger for Bodyguard. We could save it. I suppose we could save it, but then I just like, we can drop Lamia. Let's drop Lamia, get our Multani in the graveyard. I know, yeah, maybe I just missed a win. Maybe it's possible I missed a win here. I'm sorry. I get all hooked up on board control and can forget to just win the darn game, which clearly I could have here, so that was a mistake. I think what I'll do is hold all this stuff, actually, and if they do something like a sweeper, if they have the deal 4 to everything that saves them, we can get right back on track and hopefully close it out. But, yeah, it was a punt. I should already have this one. Classic Ryan punt. I'm always about board control, and I can forget to look at life totals. Looks like it way isn't going to cost us here, but, you know. Remember life totals, Ryan. Sometimes you can just win, buddy. Sometimes you can just win. I guess D's gone to bed since he's not joining in. And let's see, next on my list is a Draco. Oh wow, kept Galta out? Nice. Yeah, Galta and Ripjaw are 2 cards we passed, but managed to get around them. Chocolate peanut butter cake, that sounds awesome. I'm a big chocolate peanut butter fan. All right, this looks fine. No 2s, but a Ranger on 3 with our current mana plus a lot of action past that seems great. And maybe we'll draw a 2. All right, we even found our 4th and other swamp, so our whole hand is unlocked now. Uh-oh. Well, we got Bronte for that if we decide it's a real problem, but no plays right now. I'm not going to show him the Brontodon. Let's just open on Ranger. And yeah, we'll take that. That's one of our key interactive pieces. And we've got a good land flow going, so it's not like we need to go digging for land or something. And yeah, we got really lucky to get this pulse. Well, not really lucky. We could always play Nightmare Shepherd to try and deal with this, but I am so happy to be able to pulse this War Leader right here and not face card draw off of attacking 1/1 Lifelinkers next turn. Yeah, Ranger entering the battlefield, a copy of Ranger coming back would be awfully nice. Wow. Brutal. Just telling how lucky I felt that we got rid of this thing and now it's already back. Hopefully, though, we can at least offer the Ranger for it, and maybe we'll get rid of the Dawn of Hope before they can get that on board. So let's go Booter Brontodon here. Although we can go yeah, we're not going to block this. I want to be able to block this. So yeah, let's go Booter this turn, Booter Brontodon, then we can get Shepherd down and have all sorts of incredible blocks. Shepherd is more threatening, but I'm worried. My sequencing here is all about expecting this to come back down and not be able to attack next turn. And I want to see what's in their hand. Let's freeboot while the freebooting's decent. Except I screwed up. Darn it. Well, let's get the Prison Realm. I just did a no-check heuristic and used one of each and totally screwed myself. Can't blame Auto Tapper this time, and you can punt me again if you want, because I'm mad at myself for that one. I am going to attack, though. I think we can take 2 from the Gravedigger, and that's cool. I even tapped it right there. Like, I overrode the auto tapper. That's how bad that was, huh? That's true. I can blame the auto tapper, but I think you all would figure it out. All right, now they can get this Prison Realm back at any time. Oh, this is so bad. How much better would it, if we had this out right now? I mean, my plan would, like, work. Instead, it's a little rough. I can offer the Brontodon and we'll effectively trade for that thing. For this thing. So now what do I do? I don't want to play the spawn. We don't want to get the spawn exiled. I guess we play the Brontodon because it leaves up Pulse, and if they kill the freebooter and attempt to play the Prison Realm targeting the Brontodon, we can at least kill the Dawn of Hope in response. Exactly. So that's why I'm doing it this way. We're going to set up the turn again. Somewhat on track, but that's not what we wanted to have happen, right? And yep, you get that. So I kind of like this. It really forces the action on the Brontodon, but turns it into a 2-for-1 because we use the Prison Realm. We get the Prison Realm and the Dawn of Hope effectively with this play. And with Pulse, we can get back the enchantment removal. Ideally, we were going to do this with Nightmare in play, and if I had played properly, we would have it. And that would be neat, you know, because we get a Brontodon copy. Of course, if we get the Brontodon copy, we can't Pulse it back. So a little bit of a non-bow between the various get stuff out of your graveyard and the Nightmare Shepherd effect, but still worth playing. Yeah, this is a Eldraine set symbol, but was from a Brawl deck thingy-majigger. And they don't have the mana for this one here. We can do this. Let's go Nightmare Shepherd first, and then go ahead and attack. Because what you gonna do? Trade? I welcome you to trade. Foulmire to draw a card. Maybe informs their blocking decisions. Probably going to Pulse at end of turn, even just for the Brontodon or the Booter. We didn't see anything else for the Booter, though, so probably don't need the Booter, but we'll get Brontodon back. I want to use all my mana, and this is a fine card to get back with Oppo showing some serious naturalizable things. Temple, show us something better than, well, or show us something to scry away. We'll scry away that. Not impactful enough on this board to keep. And we can, with our remaining 7, at least get both of these creatures down. And I'll start with, let's see. I'm going to leave Ranger back to threaten the War Leader since I don't want to try and double block it with these two, although we could just single block it with the Spawn as well. Maybe that's fine. Definitely sending the Shepherd and thinking about the Ranger. I'm going to say one attacker. We'll leave the Ranger back and dump our hand. Right now, plan A is just Shepherd gets there. But Taskmaster plus Gravedigger is a nice loop. Yeah, that's true. Witch can shrink our stuff, but we can just pile on enough to block. But really, Shepherd becomes must kill for Oppo soon enough. So now we got to go like this and like this, and then I'll throw a Brontodon on one of these, and then I don't care if we lose either of these. And is that enough? I guess we need, yeah, we have 7, so they can reduce it by 2, and it's still enough to kill. Spawn, we will not bring back with the Shepherd. Ranger, we would. Not that they're both going to die here. I'm going to graveyard that. It's not what we're looking for. We'll keep that because of... I mean, we're just going to pick off a token with the sack, but I think it's good enough. Eventually we can get back there, Leonin War Leader, if we haven't won the game by then. I'm going to library it. Yeah, another Golgari value train that's doing all right. It's not much, you know, but also one thing it does do is get a easy token with which Draco could combine double Witch activations to take out our Shepherd. Now to take out our Shepherd, he's got to, or they've got to use real creatures, and then we have the Reborn to even get the Shepherd back if we want to try and win that way. The Vampire is doing some work here, though, right? Keeping him alive. We could send in the Ranger. What does that get us? It gets us some sort of trade somewhere, probably just with the Foulmire Knight. We could send everything. Or at least these two. Maybe we want to leave Brontodon back and not just throw that into a Death Toucher, but send in these two. I think I like that. Let's keep the pressure on. Our main source of damage, and two things we don't care about if they die. Taskmaster getting back Gravedigger, though, is quite a little loopy-loop. We eat the Taskmaster, but then the Gravedigger gets the Taskmaster back. You would have just swung out, true. That's fair. Maybe I'm being a little cautious here. We're going to decline here. We want the spawn in the yard. Decent stuff. But I do like that we get to... One of these is going away. And yeah, I mean, I could play Multani. I'm just going to spawn and make sure they kill one of these things. They all are doing pretty important things for Draco. The Vindictive was the death triggers were keeping Draco alive here, so that's pretty big deal. And we're gonna send in our Shepherd. Hopefully CMC 3 or less means they can't get it back with this, but they could get it back with this. But we're just trying to hope that this is all too clunky for them to do in time. Especially with Eldest Reborn about to get something nice. Maybe this War Leader, maybe the Vindictive Vampire on our side wins the game for us. Boo. Shepherd been doing great work, but we can get it back too. Maybe we just get the Shepherd back. Well, to do that, they need to send in the Taskmaster. So at least we had a double block and kill if they want to do this. And Bishop cannot get Vampire or Gravedigger back. So many things we could get back here. But I think we just want the Shepherd. Then the Giant Killer spends the time doing... I don't know. Let's doing this. Oh, Gravedigger. Yeah, taking their Gravedigger is pretty cheeky. Should we do that? Cheeky. Sure. And then we can go... Goreclaw. Cheap Shepherd. You beat me to it, Orcish. Good job. Are we sending anything in? We don't have the graveyard contents for the spawn. They would block immediately. I think we just wait. They were empty-handed. I'm going to wait because next turn with Goreclaw sending... Well, this gets trampled this turn, right? So... Oh, no, this has to attack. Yeah, so we're going to wait. We're going to make them top deck because if they don't have an incredible top deck, I think we just have it. They kind of need to tap the Goreclaw or everything else we have gets insane. And if they tap the Goreclaw, they have 3 blockers for 1, 2, 3 ground attackers, all of which eat or trade, and then we get to drop Multani after that. So I think this is all she wrote, but I don't want to count chickens or anything. Yeah, what can they Taskmaster back? Anything... I don't think they get anything back with a Taskmaster that they can cast to any effect. We can wait for these two after combat if needed still, and for now, see what they want to tap down. Yeah, just like they have to tap down this terror, and everything else is just great. Yeah, I know. I knew they were they had to, though, and then look at their blocks from here. Oh, sure. Yeah, so we can do that. I always think of this as an ETB, not a death trigger. But it does indeed have the death trigger. And in fact, I've screwed up Constructed a lot for getting that as well. They can eat their own Gravedigger, but can they win the game if they do that? They go eat, trade, chump. I guess it doesn't change anything to send the Gravedigger, so we just send these 3. Yeah, we would get a 1/1 Gravedigger. That's pretty worth it, huh? Forgot about that, too. Because it goes to our... Wait, does it ever go to our graveyard? How does that work? Let's see. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. Okay, yeah, you can. Trading with a Bronto is fine, too. We'll take a Bronto token. That's for the Brontodon. We will take that action. And this is for the Gravedigger. We'll certainly take that action, although we only get the Greenskeeper back. Maybe I should have left the Brontodon so we get the Brontodon back. I think all roads lead to victory here, though. Draco in the tank. All right, now we got it. Any chance to see a Theros Beyond Death draft? Not today, Bryce, but if you're totally into wanting to see some Theros Beyond Death drafting, it's not live. I know streaming is awesome and everything, and you'd rather just be here live, but you can go to my YouTube channel and check out my Theros Beyond Death draft playlist and see basically every Theros draft I've ever done on stream. So there's that. Next up, Good Games, Draco. Is that how you pronounce that? I guess you might be Draco, but I see Draco. Draco. Archon. Oh, already? Dre. Okay, Draco. Good game, Draco. I don't remember the movies. I read the books, but the movies didn't stick, so I didn't remember how they pronounce that name. Awesome looking start. Boros, or at least a Boros land. We're gonna drop a boot. Das Boot. Yeah. Go away, Nightmare. Ooh. Well, I was going to play out Bronte, but with Bleeding Edge, I think I actually just want to get that Priest off the table. We could also get Tajek off the table, and that may be more important. We also got this Akroan War that's going to steal something, but maybe we go Bleeding Edge, Pulse on Tajik, and then their Akroan War is just whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to start. And also, this, you know, we only get so many things with this. I mean, of course, it does get Tajik as well, but I'm going to get rid of the Priest now. Uh-oh.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
I assumed Appa would be able to play Tajik, but currently they're stuck on their mana here. Rekindling Phoenix is scary-ish, but and looks like they get a Phoenix next turn. So Phoenix is tough for us to deal with, actually, but we can try to deal with it via aggro. I'm just going to get turn sideways and drop a Bronte, and hopefully Multani is going to be enough. Multani can at least get in the way of a flying Phoenix. Pulse does not exile, or we could just do that. But we could offer the trade and then pulse the token. Then we don't have too much going on for Tajik, but we have Multani around the corner, and that seems fine. So I am going to offer the Brontodon trade. And they're not taking it, so we're going to drop a green Seeker. And I think, do we do that on upkeep? Or maybe we try to draw one naturally and then do it? No, I can't. This is where I'm terrible with my Greenskeeper heuristics. Greenskeeper heuristics are bad in my head. But it's not leaving the battlefield, so stealing it won't get it back. I want the land, yeah, but if there's a land on top, we want to draw it and then draw a non-land. But I guess it doesn't matter since what we want to do is Multani anyway. So let's just go ahead and draw naturally here, right? And then, having missed, we'll try the Green Seeker. Nothing there. Well, I'm going to make the same attack. Not sure what they're up to given all this mana and they're not playing stuff. Oh, I just thought you meant stealing the freebooter as an action would get the nightmare back. I was just responding to that. I feel like we're heading into some... Yeah, okay, well, there's a bake. Like, I'm just wondering what Oppo was doing, and at least they've done something here, so that gives us some answer, and I'm going to go ahead and spawn here. Start making the same attacks. They go a Crowan War, we consider pulsing the war. When we're doing a good job of racing this Phoenix, it can chump every turn if he's not afraid of our Maelstrom Pulse. Prevent all non-combat damage that will be dealt to other creatures you control. We can get a 3-mana creature with this. Does that matter? Let's take a look. Oh, I had to restart, so my image of the deck is gone. Okay, at 3 we have Jade Light Ranger. That's it. So that's the only thing this can get us. Jade Light Ranger. That's not worth it. We can... Yeah, it is very pretty card art. I agree. Let's Green Seeker. Yeah, we'll take that action. Unfortunately, it doesn't let us play a 6. But at least we found some land and we can scry here, and maybe that'll help us decide what to do. More land, do we want it? Because we could just put on a stop and for sure green seek it. And that's not the worst. Makes Multani bigger. Makes this better. And it's basically free with the green seeker, so I'm going to keep it on top. But now maybe I'm supposed to stay back with the spawn. If we send... Although we can always just block Tajik with a 2/2, that's fine. A Crowan War coming down, what does that do to us? Probably means we're going to be under the gun for an attack anyway. So I'm going to attack with the spawn if for no other reason than I'm expecting war. But if they do give us the Phoenix, I think I will take the pulse of the token. And maybe with this we do just take the Ranger. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get the Ranger. Why not? Like, let's use our mana and do something. This, of course, means this swamp that I'm setting up for the Green Seeker is going away. But I'm gonna... Yeah, we can get it back with the pulse and everything. But that's also why I'm getting our Ranger. We're like, why not? Let's max out our board here. Oh, wait. We want X of 3. Oh, my graveyard. So we could do the Brontodon. I didn't realize it did that. I don't read my cards. I thought we were just going to the graveyard. Do we want the Brontodon instead? Brontodon is naturally bigger, but Ranger or any of the, you know, we could get even Goose, get some life going. We don't need that. So Ranger is the best card we have out of this. Ranger or Bronte? I'm gonna go with Ranger. If we have land on top, we'll draw it. If we don't, we get some scry action, basically. See, we get to graveyard that, because we don't really want that right now, but we want that. Nightmare. Solid, but not even the worst for us. They can take out the Green Seeker and get that value train out of here. The Duress means that we do have to use our Maelstrom Pulse this turn, but there are worse forced plays than having to use a Maelstrom Pulse. And I'm going to still send in our things that can trade with Phoenixes. So now we got to ask ourselves, because one thing we could do is just let him have the pulse and worry about getting our aggro on. Because this is trample. I mean, we just have a 6/6 trample, and I guess they just steal it with a Crowan War is the problem. So I'm going to pulse. Gosh, we don't even really care about... I guess we have enough with our spawn. We want to keep our graveyard. So I'm going to pulse the Nightmare. Can't pulse on their turn. It's a sorcery. So I'm going to pulse the Nightmare. We may just want to try and... okay, Tech Giant is good. They're holding off on this war until we play something worth stealing, basically. And... we can... I'm going to play the Night Pack Ambusher as an instant, I think. Free sacks from the Woe Strider. Pretty deep graveyard, so it can come back as well. Starting to get a little uncomfortable in here with knowing that war is waiting in the wings. So now I can Ambusher, and if I do, they probably use the war on the Ambusher, but then I can play Multani, and we don't lose Multani until he punches himself. I'm going to go ahead and play the Ambusher. Something other than land would be useful to deck, you know. We can offer, at this point, we offer the Ambusher, they just rekindle. So I can play the Avatar and they could steal that. And then we might even just lose to our own Multani if we do that. Almost the most troubling part about this is that Oppo has Tech Giant that can bounce off the spawn. If we could attack and trade, it would be great. I'm going to offer it, actually. I mean, the correct block here, of course, is just Giant on spawn, have them bounce. But I'm at least going to give him a chance to make a mistake. But then we're going to pass and get the Wolf, yeah. Figured it out. And I can mess around with lands in hand, but with Multani... Oh, sorry, that wasn't our plan. I don't know. I'm just spacey. I guess I've been streaming for 12 hours or whatever. Sometimes I tell myself my plan and then do something different. But I was thinking about this too. But I've put myself in a spot where we need to find something now. I think it was a mistake to give him access to our Multani. The pass and get the Wolf was correct. Gotta love it. Let's talk through this whole play and then not do that. I think I was just, in my head, I was thinking of doing that, so I did it. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this one, gang, but flooding out here is not helping me at all. Can we survive? They have 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we lose to chapter 2 here unless we find something real good. Although we do get one defender back on the ambusher if we don't find anything good, which is enough to maybe stop enough damage to stay alive. We'll see. Not with a giant attack. Man, I think a better player gets this one. I mean, maybe a better player drawing nothing but lands can't do anything about it, but I think I screwed this up enough that, like, Ben S. could probably find a way in this game. Nonetheless, good games, Arcanite, a.k.a. GTA. All right, I don't get to skunk chat today. No new protections for my hair, but doing all right. Want to get that 4th win, so I make sure I at least come out ahead against chat. We're going to play against Slam Dunk here. GG, GTA. Couldn't quite turn the corner on you. That was frustrating. Flooded out a bit too, but not in any way that was extreme. Yeah, we were telegraphing removal, but that was also our only chance, is just to keep applying the pressure, right? Why did that not work? Oh, there we go. Got to mulligan this. We can keep this, though, and I'm going to ditch... Acolyte is real nice if we can find it, but this hand, like 2 lands, Wolfhaven, any land off the top, we get to do a lot of good stuff here, so I'm just going to keep this. Yeah, at least the plan was good. Well, some of my plans were good. I had a plan, GTA, that I then punted and didn't execute. I was like, all right, we're going to do this, 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 and this, and then I did something completely different, and it cost us a chance in that game. I don't think it cost us the game, but it cost us a chance. Yeah, that's what, I wasn't going to play the big guy. My plan was to let the Nightpacker make a wolf. Plan was solid, execution was garbage. Pelt Collector. Well, I'm actually going to go Pelt Collector Brontodon. It makes the Pelt Collector bigger. We still get Nightpack Ambusher next turn, and it makes the Pelt Collector even bigger and doesn't stop us from being able to play stuff after that. So we'll 2-spell it here, Collector into Bronte. I was trying to pressure you so much that you had to play the war or die. Didn't work out. Ooh, we can go Goreclaw also increases the Pelt Collector, also sets up cheap Ambusher, and if we were to draw a land, we could go Wand Ambusher, so let's do that. Yeah. And Beetle's about to start getting big, which is scary. We could take a turn off and wand the Beetle before it starts to grow. I kind of want to wand the Beast, although it doesn't. We can do both, you know. Interesting. I think if we go Terror, though, we really set ourselves up for the future turn, so I'm going to do this. Starts to look really good for us next turn. Trouble of waiting on the wanding the beetle Elgar is that the counters stay. So if we turn a horn beetle with 2 counters on it into a 2/4 ox, we actually are facing a 4/6 ox, which is a real deal creature. They don't? Oh, because we're killing it. Very good call. Thank you. I was thinking transmogrification in my mind was like turn it into an ox on the battlefield. Good call. Great. That makes me feel a lot better. And we get our awesome play here. We can threaten the wand, but really we're just going to drop the ambusher. And do we want to do... Yeah, we're not attacking. Even if we were to... Well, if we made this a 4/4, we could attack with it as a 5/5 trampler. And then they're only... You know, they either chump or trade for their beast, which is okay. So maybe we do that now so that we get the... Oh, it's flash, though. We can also... Maybe we get them. But I have... flash doesn't work because it needs to be 4 power before entering combat. So I'm going to do it. Oh, we have to swing with Goreclaw, too. Darn it. Now I wish I wasn't doing it. Does it get... So we could offer that trade, too, though. Do we want to offer the Goreclaw trade? 5/3, 5/4, 5/5, and then we have a 3/4 and a 4/4 that's going to make stuff back with wand activations on top of it. And what do they trade for it? We get like the beetle or the woodland champ if they want to trade for the Goreclaw on the double block. I'm going to do it. Just because I think this backup plan is so good. Of course, they got 2 cards. My backup plan could be removed shortly. We'll see. Interesting. I might have waited on an ambush for this, but maybe I'm just going to sit back and use it as a value generator, and it's not even going to matter. Here, we could turn something into an ox, but I'm content. I'm going to play land. I'm going to not attack, and I'm just going to go wide now, per the plan. Obviously, we're going to destroy this and turn it into an ox. Oxidize the champ next. Yeah, we got to untap, but we're going to do it. Now I'll hold land. I got to remember we can make a wolf token for what that matters. It'll even be a 3/3 with the ambusher. Don't have any attacks of value here, though. Hello, Guillaume. Welcome. Just looking to get a spider, I guess. Yeah, let's not give him a spider. Big spider, that is. Instead, we'll give him a big Multani. And even have the wand. I'm going to go ahead and take out the beetle. And next turn starts to look pretty darn good. Massacre Girl. A nice fallback plan, but I don't think we need her yet. Right now, she would kill literally everything, right? It would all die. And that's a nice fallback plan to have, but I don't see why we should do that in the face of being able to attack with Multani and take trades if they want it. We can get Multani back, not a big deal. They get their Spider, I suppose, but the Multani attacks through Spider too. And if they put a ton on it, then we could just not even kill the spider. But sure, they'll take take 4, and they can make a big spider. But we don't even lose our Multani. Woof. Well, Conclave Tribunal means this isn't the worst. We still get our Multani back. We just have to give up our Brontodon to do so. Reborn is fine, although maybe even just continuing to make wolves is also fine. And at 11, we can start swinging with everything. If they want to double block the ambusher at this point, they kill the ambusher and we get through for 6 plus 9 on the wolves. I guess we leave the ambusher back for 1 more. But I kind of like sending everything but the ambusher itself. These don't trample, but, you know, sending 15 total power, 6 of which is trample, just makes for some rough blocks. Hydra gets one of the big things, probably the ambusher. Got to get rid of that. We can wand the Hydra and keep swinging. Our wolves are only 2/2s now, so maybe we could hold them back. But let's see. Let's do the math. We got 4 attackers. If they can't just eat all 4, they have to put Multani. They have to put something on Multani, but they could eat the others. But the worst case there is if they put everything on Multani and we attack with everything, then they can't do that either. So yeah, is Eldest lethal? Let's also look at that. Eldest removing 1 blocker. I don't think it's lethal because they still have enough. Let's see, they go block, block, block. It's not quite lethal, but it's pretty darn good. And we're not making wolves anyway, so let's do it. Gotta drop the 2/2. And now we are guaranteed to leave 2 of our wolves behind because they have to throw something on Multani. Right? So Multani represents 3. Yeah, this is what they have to do. This isn't enough. This is lethal right here if they let this go. Didn't have. I think they had blocks to not be lethal, but we had them pretty darn close to dead there. All right, chat. I got to 4 wins. That means I've ensured my ultimate victory over chat this week. But we'll keep seeing how the 7 games go. Want to get one more win. Man, 5-2 plus looks so better than 4-3, doesn't it? Yep, I remember because I updated my spreadsheet and I put all the names in. If you look at my spreadsheet and sort it by Gauntlet, the winners of my battles are honored in my spreadsheet. Fibblethip is not worth using a removal on, but I may go ahead and wand here. What are we trying to accelerate to, though? If we wand on 2, then we need to find a natural 3, whereas we have a vicious offering that we can just hold on to, so we're going to say no attacks. Maybe they play something to offer, and if not, we can actually just make some more food for not the worst turn 2 of all time. But now we're going to want to save the offering to use on wherever they try to throw this tokens. So we're going to go ahead and create a food token here. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, but the thing is, I am all about this vicious offering, so we are just passing for very little value. But the value we get off of making this Rowan games not wreck us is pretty good. They put it on Fibble. That's fine. Point is, we can't let them get a 4/4. We could just destroy it, but I don't want to let them get a 4/4. No, we can spend a food to make a food. It doesn't really do anything, right? It's just wheel spinning. Let's just... We could Lamia here and get our Multani in the graveyard. We could also just Goreclaw now, save our food, and be able to power out stuff extra cheap. Yeah, let's go Goreclaw. Really just wanting to deny them the draw 2. If we can deny them the draw 2 off of our own games, we're in great shape. Wand has been excellent. Almost didn't take it. Chat convinced me to, and it's been very good for us. Surely we will go and get some more mana, get some extra black. Now we can cast this Bleeding Edge too. I mean, we could with the Goose, but now we can do it off lands. All right, no cards off the games. Excellent. If they go for something like an adaptation of the Incubation Druid, we can transmogrify it and undo a lot of their mana work. But with this situation and the ambusher here, we're just going to pass and Although I almost don't want it, like, if they untap with Druid, they might do something dumb. So maybe we should just cast the wand and get rid of this Incubation Druid. I assume that that Sherlock is waiting to pump 5 mana into the Druid, so we probably waste their turn by doing that. So we could all... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's cut him off on big mana from Druid. If we could do this at instant speed, we would be nice to do it at instant speed, but it's a sorcery, so we got to do it now. All right. Well, that's next. It doesn't give him a 5/7. I made the same mistake, Commando Zacho, so I totally get you. But it's not what it does. But yeah, I literally made the same assumption, so I totally feel you. Oh, Rex Sage is actually going to protect Angel of Grace. That stinks. But we do get eventually Lamia putting our biggest bomb in our graveyard. So sad to lose our Wand here, but we don't need to cry too bad. We do have some tools to get us out of this. Like in regular limited, the wand sometimes has a problem of not really finding great targets to turn into Oxen, but in cube, you find great targets to turn into Oxen. Pulse does not get us back our wand, but we could get back the Gore Claw. That doesn't solve our problem anyway, though. I'm going to work towards the eventual solution of Multani blocking Angel of Grace. So let's Gravebreaker Lamia. Try. And definitely put Multani in the yard as a self-returner. You can even do it now with the food tokens, but we want to ideally be able to cast it. We're still a ways off, but we do at least have Pulse. So anyway. And hopefully Lamia oh, no. Lamia will not buy us time. We're getting desparked. Surprised. I guess they are feeling like they can close out the race before we get our Multani going, but Despark is a good answer to Multani. Still, this is a good answer to Multani too, just beating my face in. Massacre Girl gets it done, though. Thank you, Massacre Girl. I appreciate your service. Oh, no, wait. We missed the 3, right? We go 1, 2, 3, and then the 4s survive. So actually, Massacre Girl doesn't get it done. No, so yeah, you'd think we'd be really happy here, but this is not enough currently. What do we have for blocking flyers? Oh, it does? How does it get it done? Each gets 1. Oh, because I get the bonus 1. I get the bonus 1. Initial trigger. I was thinking, my mistake was counting the number of creatures that I would, like, this dies, and then this dies. Oh, that's only 3. But you get the initial one. -1, then this dies, then this dies, then this dies, and you get 4. So that's what I got to remember. I'll try to play my Massacre Curls better in the future. It's enough. If it resolves, they got blue and 2 cards. We'll see here. Massacre Girl and Wand really have been MVPs, if we're honest. A lot of the games we won so far have been on the strength of Massacre Girl. And Reborn seems nice here. We can just get Multani back that way. We could also... Night Pack Ambusher. I'm just going to wait and Night Pack here, actually. Although, this is never really going to get better. Never mind. Whatever, I'm going to do this. Let's get the Reborn going if we can. Alright, they had the counter for it. Shoot. Extra bad to have that countered. Means we're going to 1 here. If we're lucky. We got some food. We can regain a little life here if we untap. Lantern doesn't kill us, so I don't mind it. And we got to untap, so that's good. Got a lot of life waiting for us now. Devastation on 4. What does that do for us? Let me look at my image again. Ooh, Acolyte of Affliction is interesting, because that could get us back the Eldest. But maybe not enough of a defense here. We should probably just keep our life available to us. We can pulse. We can we can gain 3 in Night Pack. So let's just work that angle. I'm going to assume we're going to gain 3 in Night Pack, and we can maybe even, or we can Multani. What does Pulse get us that we like? Multani himself. But probably just Goreclaw, and then, although we're out of, maybe we just get Multani, because it's cheaper? I mean, cheaper, not cheaper, it's less oppressive to our mana. Like, getting back Multani his way makes us return lands, that's what I mean by cheaper. Alright, we're gonna go Night Pack, eat food. And kind of want to kill this Tatyova. We're going to have trouble with her. At 5, we could get Tendershoot Dryad. Just try to go wide on Dryad. I'm going to do that. Beat this Dryad. Still got a 3/3, even though we didn't activate the Ambusher here. Dryad out with Pulse. Like, yeah, they're getting some action as well, but we're getting a free card cast for us every turn currently in the Saproling. Gosh, I kind of want to send in Massacre Girl. Like, if we pulse back Massacre Girl, that's also awesome. We don't need to do anything but attack here, though. Our 3/3s bounce off Prime Speaker, and they eat everything else. I will send in the girl. If she dies, I think that's going to be good for us in the end. Getting her back would be fine. So I'm going to send that action. And pass the turn, have Pulse up, and get a Wolf token and a Dryad token. We're going wide. If they kill one of our best things, we get to pulse it back here. Boy, if they kill the ambusher, we get to pulse it back and cast it. That would be sweet. Finding something to get this Tatyova off the board would really close this out for us, I think. Wreck. Yeah, you got it. Probably spend their turn here eating. Let's see, we have 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we can eat, pulse, and bring back Multani. Free 3/3 free freeze. Yeah, I don't know what the wreck is about in Sherlock's deck. We can ask. Certainly there's some... Well, I don't see any mana sinks here, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. This is... you can at least get the 10 life trigger as needed there. Should I not pulse? I could wait on pulse until something like Tender Shoot or Ambusher dies. Maybe we just bring back Multani and gain some life. Although a little worried here. What's going on? Seven. Nexus of Fate. Boring. Let's see. Well, hopefully they only get the one here. No, Nexus is cool. I'm just being salty because it was so oppressive on Arena for so long. Although I didn't really experience it. I wasn't playing too much high competitive constructed when that was a thing. Let's go... this back. Sometime, not much. You know me. I like my limited. Oh, it wasn't even really my turn, so I didn't need to do that yet. They got an extra turn, but we still got a 3/3 out of it. That's cool. They got 16 to our 19 in library. And yeah, we could pulse, but I don't see pulsing here. Let's just eat some food. Yeah, that's a little confusing, Swamp Lore, but it's the kind of thing that's magic for you. I mean, they designed the system to work for the rules, and then when a card breaks the rules, it doesn't necessarily mean the stuff's going to be aligned on that front. Well, whatever. I'm going to close my eyes and swing with everything. Not an ambusher or a dryad. And do we take a wolf token? Now let's just make Multani now. I do want to get... Here's the thing, Zebra. Angel of Grace represent... Okay, they could have done that... Yeah, maybe you can't do a damage like during attacks or whatever, but I knew they were at 10. Multani is just so hard to kill. If they want to expend resources on it, and they have, like, the Exile, okay. And then we, like... Because basically, if they have Wrath, we get... It's no big deal, we get Multani back. That's why I was willing to play Multani. Hopefully this is the last gas, but they're doing a lot here. Wilderness Wreck plus Chemister's Insight is real deal. If they have answers, Sherlock's likely to find them. I mean, there are 11 cards here. They're trying to get to the point where they take all the turns for the rest of the game, and we're trying to beat them before they do that. If they found their Nexus, then we're in trouble. But if they don't find the Nexus, we got this. So that's the question. Can we dodge infinite Nexi? That's true. They need to take infinite turns and actually somehow win with it. And we're going to try and just get them dead here. This is where I think we need to go Bleeding Edge on something. Bleeding Edge doesn't kill anything, though. So maybe that's dumb. And we just send in with team. Now I think it's team. I'm so worried about extra turns, like we just have to go for it. It doesn't even, like, we don't need more Tendershoot Dryads per se. Like, well, I'll do the math. 5, 15, 16, 17... 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 25 plus 32, 7 of which is trample. We do have pulses to buy back. That's also what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's do it. Let's. If the worry here is losing to the Nexus, we gotta pedal to the metal. Or get wrecked, Spain. I'm trying to... Wait, Sherlock... They should put the person you're playing at the top of the list. Like, I'm trying to say a nice thing to my opponent, but I can't even find him. I do like... we get a lot of land. Cardinator, we made that very attack the turn before and they didn't do anything. So you can call it a greedy attack, but it was informed by... it was really informed by the previous attack. And at 4... Yeah, like like I was just saying, we're gonna lose to infinite Nexi if we don't find it. So I know, but what like I also don't even know the cube. I didn't know that was in here. Like I have no idea what sweepers are even in here. So I guess I learned today. But if we pull something now, we can play it. Is my thinking. But I guess we can just play the Jade Light Ranger in the spawn. Don't even want that. We do want that. But the guard mage right now can attack, so it's not a problem, Cheese. If they go infinite here, they win because we lose to the flyer. Seven cards. Just need him to miss once. Really, this is the most thing. The valuable thing all this wheel spinning is doing for Sherlock is increasing the chance that they find the Nexus. God, what a ridiculously dumb card to print. Sometimes wizards. And that's all. Although, you know, I'm sure Sherlock had fun building and piloting that. I mean, it's just no fun to once it happens, but it's just the worst to wait to die against. All right, last game against Robert. Gargantuan. All right. Can I... all right. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't complaining even about it in Cube. I was looking at it, Croker, as a card design in general, and I really hated that it existed. I mean, it destroyed Standard, and it certainly destroyed Best of One Standard. That's all I'm saying. Not broken at all. That was a close game, and if I had played around Settle, or if Sherlock's luck with the Nexus had gone a little bit worse, I think we could have pulled that out. No black yet, but I'm going to keep this. Ranger into Ambush into Dryad seems good. Exactly. I mean, that's the mistake, Zebra. Like, Nexus of Fate is just a challenge to take all the turns, you know? It's like extra turn cards where you get an extra turn are okay. Extra turn cards where you say, hey, deck builders, take all the turns. That's just kind of frustrating for everybody else. All right, we found a 2. That's cool. Let's get this Green Seeker down. Or try. They might counter here with the double blue. Threnody Singer is okay. Found some black. And damage or land? I guess we want land. Although, if we Ranger and decide to keep something on top, then we'll... Maybe I'm supposed to do it first, so that if we top with Ranger, we're not just ruining our chance to get something with Green Seeker. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Ooh, and now Massacre Girl, who's been one of our key cards, is going to have to get graveyarded, but we have Acolyte, so we can get her back. But we can't cast her right now. Sample size, Hem, sample size. Come on now. I don't think anybody's like, Ryan, you're forcing Golgari. Everybody's like, Ryan, you're taking excellent cards. Because I don't want to draw a card I can't cast. We only have two. We have one black, and we'll get her back when we can cast her later. Do we want to keep that? Like, I don't even know if we want offering here. But it is interaction. I'm going to keep it. All this interaction they know about, that's another thing about it. This is a tight one. Because I have a plan coming up that doesn't really involve Vicious Offering, but it might be nice to have around. But it might be nice to find our even better stuff by getting this out of the way. I'm going to graveyard it. Especially because I think the tipping point for me is that they know about it. It's Robert. I can say he. I gotta see. I have this list of usernames and IDs for challenging, but I need to get pronouns too, so I can. I don't want to upkeep Dryad though, right? I think we'll just take our natural land draw. Like, I have a plan, so I would rather just have Greenseeker on defense and then do this at the end of their turn, along with our ambusher, rather than do any upkeep shenanigans. But as I said, I'm terrible Zebra at processing exactly the right heuristics for Greenkeeper, when and where we activate Greenseeker, because your basic three spots are end of opponent's turn, your upkeep, and your main phase, and it's not always clear what the right thing to do is. To me, it may be clear to the top players, but sometimes I get a little bit lost on Greenseeker math. But, you know, like, this is why why I pitched the offering. Like, let's find our incredible stuff. And then here we're going to send in Ranger. They can do what they will. And the nice thing about the Ambusher is that if they're holding up counter magic here, then we get to really press on their counter magic, because we're going to ask them to deal with an Ambusher. And now, if we pass here and they go shields down, I'll drop the Ambusher. But if not, we get to pressure with the Ambusher, then pressure with the Tender Shoot. All right, so they're going to go Brazen, so I am going to go Ambusher while shields are down. Plains Empyrean, Empyrean Eagle would be something. Trouble is we can't chump it. I wanted this to die now. So now maybe this is where I'm supposed to, because I don't want to draw land. So if I can get it off the top of the library, I want to. Although we do have a plan too, again, with a Tender Shoot. Yeah, we can find, but we need to find that black. So maybe we go looking for black mana and Acolyte back the Massacre Girl next. We're at 12. This is pretty scary. It is not what we're looking for. Not really. Although we could... No, we can't really get anything extra down by casting this and then having one left. We can... Well, there's only... We can try to set up the Massacre Girl, or we can play Tender Shoot. Tender Shoot's not going to win, though, so I think we just have to go for the Massacre Girl. Here's where we lose 2 swamps. No, cut away from the swamps. Good, good. Could have gone for the wand and dropped some of these flyers down to earth, but I like going for the full-on win. You know, the full-on sweep, if we can, with the Massacre Girl. Oh, it totally matters when you green seeker. Believe me, because I've screwed it up so much and cursed myself. Yes, you can screw it up. I think Aztarith has a pretty good one-sentence heuristic. Nice job, Aztarith. I like that. So let's see. Are we just dead to a counterspell? We're not just dead. We're basically just dead, though, because like we can try to get Nightmare Shepherd back online the turn after, but it's not going to be enough, and we didn't get the black mana anyway. So looks like I'm going to maintain my win streak against chat. This may be my worst performance to date with just a 4-3. Oh yeah, activate Greenseeker. Talking about the heuristics. Here we go. Maybe we find it. Swamp, swamp. Pulse. Well, Pulse could be enough if Gravebreaker lands here. Because if we can land Gravebreaker, we get lifelink attack on the next turn. Let's attack here on the chance that they try and do something with their mana. That's true. Is it a May? It is. It's a forced search, but I don't know what else we do. We're not going to win if we just pulse. Yeah, I hear you, but we're not going to win if we just pulse. So we got to go for the lifelink. And then if we find a swamp, we can get some lifelink and play the shepherd. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the lifelink still seems too important. So we're going to play Gravebreaker. We can also go get Multani, and Multani has reach, so that could save us too. We go to 3 here. We play Multani. We can block a Borrower, and Singer plus other flyer is only 2. And we still have this Massacre Girl out. I wouldn't mind a Swamp deck. You know, wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't mind. You could do it. Be all right to get us a Swamp. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, do we have any attacks? I guess we green seek before we do anything. And Acolyte can get in, so let's green seek. And Acolyte. We could send in the Ambusher, but I want to be sure we get our Massacre. Yeah, the games have been great. If I come out 4-3 or 3-4, you know, only appropriate because the games have been tight, close, and interesting all the way through. I'll return Multani at the end of his turn here. Would 1 mana bounce have even been a problem? I mean, maybe they could have saved one of their creatures, but it still would have triggered everything, right? I think everything still would have died, except for whatever they saved. We are doing it via Heroku app. Heroku app. So yeah, let's go. We can go this, and then what we want. All green so that we can cast the Shepherd. Oh, well, we've been playing this forever and have a ton of the cards. And a lot of people like me who are playing a lot of limited don't chew up their wild cards anyway. So you can also do it, though, Aztareth, with uncommon and common cubes. You know, you can upload your own cubes, obviously, is what we're doing here. And so you could, if you are playing with friends who have limited budgets, you can do uncommon cubes. And as Mama points out, with typical cubes, you only need one. So it's not like you need to get 4x. Let's put the Shepherd back out and the Dryad out. And do we want to get Jace or do we just want to go face? Let's see. Jace, what is Jace doing? 2 cards and draw a card. They're at 20. We're at 18. I'm going to ignore Jace. Massacre Girl is not practicing social distancing, and I'm very annoyed by her because of that. Massacre Girl, you need to be in quarantine. Blocked there to prevent any possibility, and I'll be extra rude and take out Jace on the way out. Suck it, Jace. Nobody likes you, Jace. Massacre Girl is going with the other side of the approach, which is kill everybody quickly and get the economy back right away, right? Something like that. All right. Well, that was another great afternoon of fun for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. Ended up 5-2 and great back and forth games almost every time. Great cube, Loyal. Thanks for sharing your cube with us, and it created excellent back and forth games today, so well done. And we're gonna look for someone to raid here before I hop off the air, and I'm gonna jump onto Soapbox. Say thank you to YouTube friends for hanging out for that one. Hope you enjoyed it. My hair and win streak are both intact for one more week, and I'm sure chat will come for both next week, so come back then and we'll see you. Bye, chat. By YouTube, I mean. I'm still with chat. We're going to talk to chat in just a second.